to be speaking honestly right from my own heart. God Himself knows that I always love to make other people feel welcome at any time, especially it's in the old times. That's why I always love making CDs for certain people who's work with me on loving them some music by Morgan Wallen, Chris Stapleton, Chris Jensen, and of course the Cody Johnson, who I also love most music by besides Morgan Wallen, and I even love mainly most of the songs but it was language from her Hungover album that the song Love You Tonight is on. I sure enough always love to be nice and put others in a better mood by making them feel as if they're important, like them being there, especially to me, like someone who I wouldn't mind about making their own collection of CDs for, besides making movies for the certain people who would be like me. I'm loving to watch movies that I always love doing while I love experiencing new things. I sure never been listening to me some Morgan Wallen music ever since 2017, a year after me graduated from high school, which was back on June 3rd, 2016 when I graduated at the age of 19. I always loved going to school, I always loved being around people, and while I enjoyed doing a math, I like doing the math problems, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and division. I love doing all them types of math problem things, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and division. That don't get boring to me anyhow. No matter how long it would take me to figure out what the answers are to them problems of math problems. I'm sure enough one person who also don't mind about giving nice and cool people who I find cool and goofy one way or another, or find as a cool person who I wouldn't feel uncomfortable about giving a nice and kind hug to, and give them a nice and kind hug along with their own selves. Wouldn't have a problem about me giving them a nice and kind hug, just to make sure that they feel as if they matter. Why, not too many people that I know give out hugs just to be nice and kind, like I love to do to make others feel like they matter. That's why one time or another I don't mind about giving certain people they unpack a gum whenever I got more than enough gum for me to have for myself for chewing. Spearmint is my favorite flavor gum out of any other flavors. Any other flavor gum ain't good to me the kind of way that the spearmint flavor is. Sure enough, strawberries and Coke Zero Sugar flavored Dr. Pepper's a main kind of soda I drink nowadays that I most of the time I only drink once a week. Other than that, I don't always drink anything but water. Other than milk when me eating a little thing of cereal, LOL. By the way, I always love bringing people that I find cool and funny joy in, including people who I always have respect for, no matter what or wouldn't go on. Because either way, certain people that I love and care about by heart and love like my own brother or sister or Christ, I would always have respect for them, even if they end up being in their own mood of having their own mood swing going on of people, some other person getting on their nerves or irritating the fire out of them and make them into being in their irritated mood one way or another about whatever. I'm one person who wants to again who don't end up be like it by and say about doing something and then turn around and not do it like I say I would, such as once more making CDs or movies for somebody, like somebody one person who's a luck who I believe is a luck with me on loving them some music by Morgan Wallen, and maybe the Hardy who sings his song called Red featuring Morgan Wallen from Hardy's own album called The Mockingbird and the Crow that the song Beer is also on. I have that full album of Hardy's on my laptop. I even have his other two albums on there called This Old Boy and the other album called Where to Find Me, that the first track is on called I'll Quit Loving You, that I won't never get over. I love that song, as well as I love his other amazing song called Rednecker, that sound amazing to me by Hardy. Even his amazing newest song called Favorite Country Song is an amazing song to me by him, period. I would take up for people that I wouldn't care about by heart, and wouldn't be afraid of telling them to, not let no, negative behavior person ever tell them what they could or couldn't do, including anyone who would end up, smart off, to being a negative behavior person who, wouldn't care about what, how they would treat others. I'm one person who's least judgmental, unlike most people who likes to judge others that I honestly don't go around doing. Just like I don't go around talking crap about people behind their back, unlike some weird-headed people who don't care what they do or don't know God the kind of way I do. Well, I've been going to church since I was 4, 5, or 6 years old and been going ever since then. I don't never let nothing keep me from going to church. I also thankfully never have and never will allow myself to use God's name in vain. That's one of God's 10 commandments. You shall not take the word of God's name in vain. That's annoying as crap to me. I don't like hearing people do that. Crap's annoying straight up to me. I can't stand to hear people do that whatsoever, like I said before. I don't know too many women who's like me on living making their own one and only partner. Theirs feel special by doing stuff with their own partner that they wouldn't do for anyone else, such as go buy their like meal of food for them on their special day, or even do other stuff for them, like buy something that they know that their partner would either like or love, and that would basically like mean something to them. Like for one, me creating pieces of my art for somebody I love and care about by heart, besides making some CDs and movies. I always love sharing pieces of my art with people that loves art as well as me, besides loving music as well as myself. I do it with the kindness of my heart, not because somebody would like or love a piece of my art and me creating for them, plus making CDs and movies for them. I learned on my own how to burn songs on the CDs as well as making a copy of a nice movie.